Um, Welcome to the 2025 Environmental Stewardship Awards. Very happy to be with you all here today. My name is Heidi Pruis. I'm the manager of the Office of Sustainability and Climate, and will be kind of presenting the information for these awards this morning. Since this is the 30th year of these Environmental Stewardship Awards. The county commissioners present these awards each year to honor the stewardship efforts of county residents, businesses, and organizations. We began the awards in 1995. We've issued 109 awards to date, and today we will add 4 more. We receive inspirational nominations, and each of us always comes away with an appreciation for the commitment to environmental stewardship here in Larimer County. The county's Environmental and Science Advisory Board reviews the nominations and makes recommendations to the county commissioners, who determines the winners. Here are the awards for 2025. We're going to start this morning with Scott James. I'd like to invite Mr. James up to the podium. Here's your award.
Thank you.
Sure. Mr. James is a leader who motivates others. Scott has donated more than 600 hours of volunteerism with the Northern Colorado Sawyers, who have volunteered themselves hundreds of hours, removing thousands of invasive species. The Northern Colorado Sawyers have actively been working on removal of invasive species over the last 5 years in the City of Loveland's open spaces. The Northern Colorado Sawyers are passionate about utilizing their skills to improve the natural environment, and Scott himself has staged project areas, stockpiled woody debris for wildlife habitat, removed debris stockpiles, and converted saws to electric to minimize environmental impacts. Thank you so much, Mr. James, for promoting the sustainability of open spaces by improving the native landscape, protecting water resources, and utilizing volunteer labor. Thank you so much. Would you like to say something?
Am I supposed to speak?
You can.
I'm a recent Coloradan. I moved here 8 or 9 years ago from the Atlanta area with my wife, and it's just a joy to move to a place where we have the opportunity to do such things, to do trail work, to do sawyer work. I would just only like to downplay the part about cutting out invasive species like Russian olives. That's not fun. And we do a lot of other things too. But it really is a pleasure to live here and to be able to do these things for the community and to be outside. And obviously I have to take this award on behalf of all Mother Noco Sawyer members that do as much as I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Well, thank you, Scott. And I think the commissioners would like to share their thanks. So, Commissioner Shattuck McNally, would you like to get us started?
We'll have you come back up, Miss, so we just can talk to you. Thank you for your work. Sounds like we live in the same close area, so welcome, and so glad you moved to Larimer County and to West Loveland, and really grateful for the work that you do. I am a big fan of removing invasive species, especially Russian olives. I do it a lot, trying to keep my property clear of them. As a matter of fact, this weekend as I was driving through some wild and native landscapes, there was so many Russian olives. I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be great if there was a volunteer corps that we just took over a couple of states and just got rid of these finally, because they're so bad for our water resources. And I do appreciate the staging project areas because, as you know, for our native bees and a lot of our wildlife, some of their habitats disappearing. So this is really important work, and volunteering and giving back to the community is such an important aspect of Larimer County. I call it the Larimer Way. Everyone works so hard to come together for the betterment of all, and I wanted to really thank you for all that you're doing. It's really remarkable, and as our colleague here says, you do a lot of volunteer work, and we're just very grateful for that service. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Kafalis?
Yeah. Hello, Scott and spouse. My name is John Cavallis. I'm, of course, one of the three commissioners. Also want to extend a lot of gratitude and gratefulness for your work, volunteerism, 600 hours. I mean, I would offer that volunteerism is sort of the bedrock of our community. We have a lot of folks of goodwill who want to volunteer in a lot of different ways. And what you're doing as a sawyer, and we need more sawyers to help address our woody biomass issues, our watershed preservation issues, a variety of things, and timber issues and all the rest. So thank you for being a sawyer. Thank you for being an extraordinary volunteer and encouraging other folks to do the same. Also, the efforts, it sounds like you've switched over to electric chainsaws, for example, and that's just part of our efforts to address sustainability issues and polluting the air less and all of those things. So God bless and thank you.
Yeah, I'll just issue my thanks to Scott. We really appreciate the work you've done to come all the way from Atlanta and then and to get involved right away, in doing this really important work is remarkable. So we thank you for doing that. I know this is hard physical work, and having helped with a trail once and saying my lower back telling me I could never do that again, that I understand, how valuable it is to have people who are willing and can do this work. So thank you for helping keep our environment sustainable and for making sure that native plants and species can grow, which really protects our, as was said, our watershed and the health of our forests and our natural areas. So remarkable work. We thank you very much for doing it, and I hope you have many more years and many more hours of work ahead of you. And if you don't, I'm sure you can coordinate crews and do other work that's valuable. But we certainly thank you for all you've done.
Well, I just said, you have a number of volunteer groups in this area. The other one I'm very heavily involved with is Wildland Restoration Volunteers, WRV. Do everything from trail building to big topics these days are pollinators, beaver dam, beaver restoration, all these things we get involved with. And it's just, again, it's a great community to have the interest in that. You got a lot of good volunteers here.
We do, and but today we're here to honor you. So
Okay,
thank you. Yeah, but we know that there's a team that you work with, and we're very appreciative for them as well. But thank you for jumping in and taking on this really important work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Our next award winner is Jamie Blanchard Pulling. If you'd like to come up. Make sure I get that right. Here you are. Jamie is here because of reducing the organics waste stream in Larimer County. Compost Queen provides composting services, diverting over 25,000 pounds of food per month from landfills by working with the local restaurants, businesses, and residents to collect food scraps and then return the finished compost. Since 2018, Jamie has worked to build this network of food scrap composting facilities, and composting itself can reduce waste sent to the landfills by 40%. The finished compost returned to the customers localizes carbon recycling, building soils, retaining water, and preventing erosion. Compost Queen utilizes a network of decentralized farms to compost near the community and can process up to or approximately 700 tons of organics annually on less than an acre. Jamie has created resources for home composters, classes at the Gardens on Spring Creek here in Fort Collins, worked with local businesses, and served as a task force advisor to the City of Fort Collins for their organics management plan. Thank you, Jamie, for both extending the lifespan and reducing our pollution that's coming from our landfills. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I started this business in 2018 because there was a lack of food waste diversion happening in our community. And with that, I have been able to grow from a small one farm operation to a multiple farm operation and continue diverting food continuously to this day. And we're actually up to about 30,000 pounds of food per month. So we are excited to continue doing what we're doing for as long as we can, especially by hopefully extending the new landfill's life as far as it can go, so we don't have to do that again by diverting all of this food and lowering the emissions in our local community by doing so. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. We'll have you stay up here and we'll say some words of thanks, and we'll start with Commissioner Kavalis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Again, thanks for the amazing work. It's really important that we're able to divert the food scraps. We've had good conversations over the years about composting and the importance of composting. I've enjoyed visiting your facility. I think it's been a while, so it would be interesting to see what changes may have occurred out there and some of the technology that you were using. I always appreciate seeing your little green buckets around town for the residential folks, and also that you're working with restaurants and commercial enterprises, and certainly the City of Fort Collins. And I know from the county perspective, we're very committed to figuring out the next phase of projects with the transfer station, the landfill, and minimizing organic waste that goes into the ground. And it's much better if we compost it and put it back on the soil. Thank you so much, Jamie, and your team.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Shattuck McNally.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Jamie, it's so nice to see you again, and your team. You and your team are just so dedicated, and you guys really get out in the community and try to connect with others and share how important this is. After coming from a different state over the weekend where they don't recycle or compost at all, and the frustration, I literally brought back bags in my car, recycling and composting to bring home, because I couldn't let it go into the landfills. So I think we forget how lucky we are to have folks like you in this community who have started this infrastructure through relationships and building trust and understanding and awareness and education. It's so critical. I really enjoyed coming and touring your facility in less than an acre, all that's happening, and having that soil health day. It was just really powerful. And I'm a big fan of soil health. I'm still trying to do what's best on my property. And it's just really fascinating how you have designed that in such a small area for folks to come and participate. Your work is extremely invaluable to our community to make sure that we are reducing waste. And there's ways to do that in such a really sustainable way. And a lot of folks maybe find this work dirty and kind of messy, but you have shown that it can be really fun and educational. And I found it fascinating. So I really want to encourage you to keep it up. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so grateful that you won this award, well deserving. And I look forward to seeing this grow and maybe, in partnership, because I think it's a really important part of our direction towards having a zero waste community, which we can always strive for. But I think it's definitely what you've started is getting us a good step forward. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Well, it's good to honor the Queen.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and thanks for all the work that you do. I first of all, I need to go take a tour because I need to see. It's all secondhand for me. The marvelous work that you're doing, and I've heard you speak at different events, and I'm just really grateful. We have we haven't been able to figure out how to do this commercially and how to do this on a countywide scale. So the work that you're doing is really vital to see that it can be done on a smaller scale, and I think that encourages all of us who are looking forward to seeing how we can do that on an even bigger scale. But you're getting everyone started. You're educating people. You're working with the city to make sure this work gets done. Just remarkable work, really. So grateful for the work that you do. And we know food waste is just such a big contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. And, the best thing you can do is just eat all your food, not waste food, right? The second best thing you can do is compost what you can't eat. And so we are grateful for your example, because I think you're really showing us how this can be done, and I think it's very encouraging to those of us who are interested in figuring out how to do this at a larger scale. To say, I think we can do this. If we can do this on a small scale, it really helps us envision the way that we can do it on a larger scale. So thank you very much, and I'll look forward to touring your facility too.
Absolutely.
As well.
You're always welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And we are excited to continue scaling up and being able to do more with both the city and the county in reducing and diverting. And we're really looking forward to how that might turn out in the future. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, our third award this morning is a special one because it's one of our own Larimer County employees, Shelley Baird-DeVolo. Here's your award. Thank you. Shelley has an excellent rapport with county staff across multiple departments, many of whom she has recruited in the past to brief the Environmental and Science Advisory Board on issues of concern. Her deep knowledge of county operations, expertise in environmental science, and management skills, and her ever-present smile have been essential to the Environmental and Science Advisory Board's success during her tenure. Shelley was the staff liaison to the Environmental and Science Advisory Board for 8 years, from 2017 to 2025. And Shelley has facilitated an internal team of county staff in the past that the ESAB, the Environmental and Science Advisory Board, discussions led to the establishment of the Climate Smart Framework. Shelley initiated the first county staff group, leading to the adoption of current internal climate action, resilience, and education. We call it ICARE, the ICARE plan. And Shelley has fostered the Larimer County Climate, Environmental Stewardship, and Sustainability Policy in 2019 that is now reviewed by the county commissioners and adopted every 2 years. Many thanks to Shelley for being both the liaison to the Environmental and Science Advisory Board and stewarding the initiation of the county sustainability policy. Congratulations, Shelley.
Thank you. I want to start out by thanking the commissioners and the commissioners in the past for entrusting me with the Environmental and Science Advisory Board as far as my administration. It's been a great pleasure to serve in that role over all these years. It's been very educational to learn from that board and and working with the members and all of the chairs over the years, as well as the commissioner liaisons. As far as the championing of the environmental and science policy, the board really gets that credit. So I helped them, but they were the ones that really brought that forth and brought that to light. So it was great to work with them on those projects and bring that forth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shelley. Well, we'd like to say a few words of thanks too. Start with Commissioner Shattuck McNally.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, Shelley, I don't know if a lot of folks know that our county staff works so hard, and you always have, and our staff do amazing work, and they follow those 6 guiding principles on a daily basis. But a lot of the staff who take on the role of staff liaison for our over 33 boards and commissions, it's above and beyond the normal daily activities, and you have done that focused and passionately for 8 years. And I know that it's a labor of love, but it is kind of above and beyond. And that's a very active and engaged group. And so it keeps you busy. And
Yes.
I know to be at the kind of beginning of this in 2019, we all came on the board after 2020. And you had already kind of helped establish along with Commissioner Gonzalez, kind of that framework and that policy for us to build on, because I think a lot of folks don't realize that the county didn't have a lot of those policies, that framework, until that year and those years, that framework. So I think it's really, I think people forget, as being a nonprofit founder and co-founder times 2, I've done it twice. I know how hard that heavy lift is to start something like that and to bring it together and to bring it something from like a blank page versus something that's already there. That's a lot of dedication and focus, and to bring all the county departments across multiple jurisdictions and areas of interest together to kind of focus this and to continue the work is really remarkable. So I want to thank you for your passion and your service to Larimer County. And it is not, it's very apparent that a lot of the work that we're here and partnering with Heidi, that a lot of the things that we're doing now really started off with your passion and your hard work. And I want to thank you and commend you for your service to Larimer County. We're very fortunate to have you here at Larimer County, and congratulations, well-deserved recognition.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Also want to express heartfelt appreciation for all the good work. You've been an excellent staff liaison to the Environmental and Science Advisory Board since I've been around for the last 6.5 years. Your leadership and stewarding a sometimes very detail-oriented group of folks that are scientists, researchers, technology people, that can be interesting going into the late evening hours when we have our meetings. So I appreciate your work and also your expertise, because you've also provided some good input on some of the issues and help us develop our work plan and all of the rest. I think it's also important to acknowledge the board itself, the Environmental and Science Advisory Board, in particular the subgroup that meets. It's a very meticulous process. They consider criteria, and they ultimately review all of the applications or the nominations for the award, and come up with these recommendations for the Board of County Commissioners. So we need to acknowledge that. And I see that Leo is here, who is a member of the ESAB, and I believe he was also part of that subcommittee to kind of help shepherd some of these, shepherd this process to make good decisions about folks that are very worthy in terms of their work. So thank you. Thanks, Shelley. Thank you, Leo. Thanks to all the awardees. Yep.
Well, congratulations, Shelley, and you're very deserving of this award, and I'm really glad to honor you with it. It's oftentimes we honor people outside the organization, but this is a way for us to show, the remarkable work that our staff does, and that you've done in working with this group, shepherding this group. As has been said, this is a very passionate group with very talented, intelligent people that want to do a lot of work, and that sometimes made a lot of work for you too, and you always did that with grace, and just brought forward ideas to the board that were important, and so I'm really grateful for that. And then as far as the work that you've done on sustainability, just remarkable. I mean, this is work that we've needed to do in our community for a long time, and you've really helped bring that to the forefront. And we're so grateful for that, because I think that we're starting to be known as a community that really cares about these issues, and that's really looking at innovative ways to make a difference to our environment. And so a lot of that is due to your leadership. So really grateful for 8 years of service in this space. Obviously, you're still serving the county,
Yes.
and we're grateful that you're still with us to help guide us in these important decisions that we need to make. But it's really great to take the time to honor you for the work that you've done all these years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. Our fourth award winner today is Stuck in I-25 Traffic. Oh, Amy's here. Great. Amy, please join me at the podium. You snuck in behind me. Please come. Please come.
Come on up, Amy, and
We're happy to give you this award, and I'll give you a second to place it on the stage. Okay. All right. Here we go. Amy Wolf is here. Her Environmental Stewardship Award is for leading the YMCA of the Rockies towards sustainability and waste reduction. Amy completed several large sustainability projects as the YMCA of the Rockies Environmental Sustainability Director starting in 2021. Amy addressed environmental stewardship by reducing waste to landfills and by promoting recycling and reuse. Her education programs help teach staff, guests, and local communities about this program. Amy found innovative ways to fund projects. She created a waste audit and activity handbook and found a way to also recycle soft plastics, which is unique. Amy's work conducts training, engages with the Colorado Circular Economy and Estes Recycles organizations, and works with the local community and global YMCAs. Thank you so much, Amy, for promoting sustainability through reducing waste products and diverting what can be recycled and reused. Congratulations. Chair.
Thank you so much for acknowledging not just myself, but all of the work that YMCA of the Rockies has done in this space. It feels incredible to be a part of an organization and a community where environmental sustainability, education, and trying to make the world a better place is not only something that is important, but it's something that's pushed to the forefront in everything that we do. And I am honored to have the connections that I have in the community and to have been given the opportunities to have the funding and the support to lead the projects that we've led. So thank you.
thank you, Amy. Well, we'll have you stay up there for a few minutes, and we'd like to say some nice words and congratulate you as well. So, Commissioner Kafalis, I'll let you get started.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks, Amy. My nice words are that you certainly, your work is important, and it's great that it's serving as an example to other YMCAs around the world. The criteria that the Environmental and Science Advisory Board Committee uses includes effectiveness, innovation, creativity, leadership, and certainly sustainability. And I think the description that we received about the project or about the work fits all of those criteria. It's a beautiful place up there at the YMCA of the Rockies. I need to visit more often, and I'm glad that you were able to figure out a way to properly recycle soft plastics. I'd like to hear about that later, perhaps, since plastic is a tough thing to figure out how to recycle. But reusing, and also the guests that come to the Y, helping to inform them about choice, good choices that we can all make regarding sustainability and reducing, reusing, rethinking. Those are all important things. So thanks very much, Amy Wolf. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Shattuck McNally.
Amy, I'm so glad you safely made it here, and thank you for being here. Well-deserved recognition for someone who, 2021, I've been going out Estes Park all my whole life, and like I said, I just came back from an area that doesn't recycle, or you have to pay, I think it was $150 a month to get them to come get your recycling just seems just so I hauled it all back, and it was certainly a good reminder of what we have here that we take for granted. To make such an impact and such, I mean, really 4 years, 5 years, it's you've done a lot of great work in such a short time, and for such an organization, it shows such great leadership because everyone's like, wow, the Y's doing that. How do they do that? And it's the ripples from that is immeasurable. And I think when I know how many people come up there and visit every year. You're impacting a lot of folks and leaving a legacy, especially the youth that go up there and stay, and helping them understand the importance of this kind of responsibility and stewardship. I think, again, immeasurable impacts from the work that you've done in this handbook. I know the National Associations of Counties a couple of years ago, when we started that circular economy and had that legislation, the president of PepsiCo came to talk to a group of us, and he was talking about how at that time, what Colorado passed and done was kind of an exemplar model for the entire country. And for you to be involved with that speaks volumes, because now we know that good people here locally are also helping that work continue, and it's great to know that you're part of that. I think Estes Recycle is a pretty robust and engaged group as well, and I know they're probably very grateful for your efforts as well. But I think such a visible spot to have this handbook and to visitors from around the world that come and stay there make that kind of impact is truly remarkable and immeasurable about the legacy that you're leaving. And I hope you thought about that. That's pretty huge, and now it's spreading across the world through the YMCA of the Rockies. But I think it also matches their values as well as our values and the criteria. As we said, that it's good to be leaving it better than you found it, and you certainly are doing that. So well done. And well-deserved recognition. I mean, I think about creating something like this from a blank slate for this organization or up there. That's huge. And so congratulations, and my heartfelt and deep gratitude and appreciation for the work that you do. And thank you for all that you have done. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, thank you, Amy. It's really great to honor you today and appreciate the work that you're doing. YMCA of the Rockies is a really special place for me and my family, where we go up as a big family group at least once a year, and it's a beautiful, special place. And so the work that you're doing helps keep it beautiful and special, knowing that this is sustainability work is being done and the recycling is being done in this space just makes me want to go there more, honestly. And to know that you have a global reach is really great. You know, you're setting a great example for YMCA's across the world, and certainly a very inspirational person to have getting this award today, because you're really, inspiring people in our community as well to get involved, knowing that sometimes this seems daunting, and I'm sure in a big organization like the YMCA, even just your YMCA location is a pretty huge, tons of acreage and a lot of people coming from different places. And to be really able to educate people about why this is important, and to make sure that they're really helping us with these goals that we have around recycling and sustainability, just remarkable. So congratulations! Thanks for being here. I'm glad you made it, though. But certainly we're really happy to give you this award today. So congratulations! Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Okay, that concludes our Environmental Stewardship Awards ceremony for today. We're going to gather up at the front and take some pictures, but thank you for 30 years of Larimer County recognizing environmental stewards in our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heidi Pruis, and thank you for your leadership as well. And Abby Stapleton, who's in the audience. We're really appreciative that we have a group of people that are really helping us achieve these goals that we have around sustainability. So thank you all, and congratulations to all the award winners. So we'll go off the air now, and we'll take some photos.